you would dance with your significant other.
This guy right there.
Coming up next, Sam Smith.
Just hit a car.
Guess who's coming to town?
And he's trying to go away.
Santa's.
And we're not going to let him.
Sam Smith is coming to town in August. Tickets are there.
Go to squeezed.com juice cleanses. You can make them spicy or regular. Plus, if you order right now before 1 p.m., you get delivered by 8 p.m. Yeah, same day delivery. Go to squeezed.com juice cleanses. All right, that's squeezed.com. Were you fired from your job unjustly? You need to know your
Hey,
rights.
Siri, call 911.
Law Group for a free That's 800-485-1049.
Hey, Siri, call 911.
Champion of employee rights.
Lucky for that guy in the Tesla, he chose the right one that day, because this is Los Angeles. You step out the car like that, it's very good chance you're not stepping back into your car. So anyway, this guy in the Tesla apparently went on a months-long tirade doing things just like that. Not just to that one driver who, for some reason, I mean, I get it, he did the right thing, who let him off the hook, I guess you could say, as he ran back to his car. But he's got an extensive history of doing things even more than this. There was an activist, his name is Michael McWhorter. He made it his mission to identify who this guy was, because other folks saw this and went, he did it to me too. But this guy's name is Nathaniel Radamak, and he's finally been captured. Let's watch.
So y'all see this footage here? See these armed men surrounding someone? That's law enforcement making an arrest. And it brings me great pleasure to finally introduce to you all Nathaniel Walters Radamak, the man who 3 different people brought me the name of a couple of weeks ago and who police have diligently been searching for ever since. And yesterday, they found him and he was arrested. And Nathaniel is a real piece of work with a lengthy, and I do mean lengthy, criminal history. And that's just the stuff he's actually been arrested and charged with. Because shocking to no one, in addition to being an absolute psychopath on the roadways in California, it seems that he also has an issue with beating, stalking, and harassing women. Women he sometimes meets off of random dating sites, like this cougar dating site where he defines himself as a cub. I saw a lot of people questioning why law enforcement, if they knew who he was, wasn't making his name public. And I think it's honestly because the dude's like a ghost. He has done this all across the country. And when the heat turns on, he tends to flee the state.
He's a runner and an attacker. A couple details here, because in that first incident, which was on where he slammed on his brakes and came out with the pipe, that was on the 2 freeway here in Los Angeles, and he attacked that guy with that metal pole. But also later in that same day, prosecutors also said that Radamak followed a couple home from a shopping mall in Pasadena and nearly struck their car with his, and he also hit their vehicle with a metal pole. He was on one that day, but that ain't it, because in another separate event, he smashed the car with a pipe. This is in Echo Park with that same hands out pipe in his hand like he's really a badass. That's not the only thing though, because also when social media started searching for some of the stuff, saw some of the images of him doing it, and they posted things like this, asking everyone to identify who he was. Another person came forward and said this. A woman told KABC that she was punched in the face and left with a black eye by an attacker matching Radamak's description. This is in October of 2021, so no, it was not a months-long tirade. It was apparently years long, a year and a half, and this is the bruises and effects that he had on this woman. So now he's attacking folks directly, not just their cars. A little bit more though. Lately, social media has been a better platform and tool to finding the suspect than law enforcement has ever been, at least from what I've seen and what I've heard. That's what this woman told the news station, because yeah, they finally got him. Another thing though, he slashed this other person's tires up in Hollywood. I believe it's in West Hollywood, because he's just mad, just charging and attacking people's cars and their person as well. So as you know, he's been he's been arrested finally, and he's gonna be dealing with one more bit of issues here, Jeff. I'm gonna let you jump in after this. Because when officers then found him and searched his car, they found steroids. Come on, bro. And more than $30,000 in cash. As the prosecutor said, this guy is 36 years old and he pleaded not guilty on Tuesday to 4 counts of assault by means of force to produce great bodily injury and a bunch of other stuff that he's gonna be convicted of. Well, I think again, like I said from the top, Jeff, the luckiest thing this guy got away with was his life. Because you can't blow your horn at some folks here in LA. It's a problem.
Well, yeah, you said that he chose the right one, and I do want to commend that person. He was very calm, telling Siri to call 911 when this person was hitting his car. But like, dude, you could have stopped on the freeway and hit Corrupt's car, and you don't want to do that. And there were steroids in this man's car. I'm not going to presume. I'm not making fun of short people, okay? I was once one of y'all. I had a growth spurt. It came later. We'll move on from that. But like, he had steroids in the car. I'm just like, is this a short man complex and everything like that? Joking, please don't come after me.
It's possible.
Short army of people. But look, this is a new normal that came after the pandemic. Like, people are driving, not only driving dangerously, but they're getting out of their cars to do very drastic things. I know here in Columbus, what's happening a lot more are people are driving into businesses accidentally, whether it's distracted driving or just, I don't know, maybe on purpose out of anger. So the roadways are getting much more dangerous, and someone like him was going on I guess a years-long tirade. And I'm glad he's finally caught and hopefully will be brought to justice, because if he's had a really long rap sheet, he's been given a little bit of leeway as well. So hopefully this is the end for him.
Good point. I didn't even think about that. How come this guy ain't hit the 3 strikes yet? I think we might know why. Okay. Either way it goes, we'll see where this goes. But he's off the streets. You guys can rest easy. There's only like 10 million others like that here.